Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm going to share a talk that was given over the weekend. Talk about wisdom. We know the ones like me and others, we have gained wisdom because we have learned more about Jehovah's Witnesses teaching. I wish all Jehovah's Witnesses would have true wisdom, and they would gain the knowledge that we all have, and that's the reason why we all left watchtowers, false teaching, is by gaining wisdom or praying to see if we're in a false religion, a dangerous cult. And that's the reason why wisdom for Jehovah's Witnesses can be dangerous, because when you pray for something that powerful and God do give it to you, you're going to awake and you're going to walk out those doors and never return to those kingdom halls that belong to Satan the devil and their leaders in Jehovah's Witnesses religion, claiming to be something they are not, and thinking that they are second mediator from Christ to all Jehovah's Witnesses all over the world. Well, I'm going to play this talk and we'll take it from there.
Well, let's turn to James chapter 1. James chapter 1 and verse 5, it says, "So if any of you is lacking in wisdom, let him keep on asking God, for he gives generously to all and without reproaching, and it will be given him. But let him keep asking in faith, not doubting at all. For the one who doubts is like the wave of a sea driven by the wind and blown about." Now, with these two verses, we might think that it's about faith, the way it talks about being unstable. Faith.
I apologize about the noise in the background. We do have a shooting range and they do shoot on Sundays. But faith, how much faith does a person have when they put all the faith in these men? People, you are walking a dangerous path when you put faith in men, not in God.
Faith is important, but it's not about faith. If we look at the path of the straight line, if we've got strong faith, we're just doing small little zigzags across a straight line. If our faith is weak, we're going way wide on that straight line, right? So that's the blown of the sea, that's being tossed about. But these two verses are about what's in the first sentence. If any of you is lacking in wisdom. See, it requires wisdom to understand what to expect from Jehovah. Jonah could not have expected that ship to turn around and drop him right there in Nineveh. That was not a realistic expectation. And so it requires wisdom on our part to understand that, yes, Jehovah answers prayers, but it likely is not the way we would like it to be. That would be very nice if it did work that way, but that isn't always the case. So we can see through these verses that Jehovah is a refuge for for us, but we have to use our wisdom to see that he's always there, but not the way we might want him. How else does Jehovah provide refuge for us? Well, on the path, we have a lot of people. So far, we might be thinking we're the only ones on the path with Jehovah and Jesus. But there are a lot of people on the path. As a matter of fact, there are others that are taking the lead behind Jesus on this path. And they're found for us in Isaiah 32. We're not going to look there, but right there it talks about the arrangement of the elders. And we know that they proved to be a hiding place, their crag, their refreshment. You know, you have brothers here that are working really, really hard. I don't know the whole body, but I know a couple of them. And they really are putting forth a lot of earnest effort to maintain and to take the lead in the congregation.
Taking the lead in the congregation. Australia. They was talking about 1950 all the way up to 2015. Hiding pedophiles. That don't sound to me those was good elders. Don't sound to me that they care about the taking the lead, protecting the flock. And Jeffrey Jackson sitting on the stand, lying through his teeth, saying that it was not in his department to know about the pedophiles. If you don't want to believe me, look up JAKKE control and see the truth for yourself. Just keep going.
Everybody's on the straight path. So keep looking to them for support. They understand. Their eyes are on Jesus, and their eyes are also turning around looking back at you, the congregation. Another scripture that we're familiar with is Hebrews chapter 10. Let's turn there because we'll turn back. We're so close here in James. Hebrews 10. There are a couple of things here. Starting in verse 23, we see a couple of provisions in these verses. It says, "Let us hold firmly the public declaration of our hope without wavering, for the one who promised is faithful." See, so our ministry assignment is a way for us to stay on the path. It's a way we talk to others. We might be walking by people who are resting or sitting there, but we get to talk to them and say, look, this is the right way. Come with us. Let's keep going. See, it says in the verse, it's our hope. Share our hope with a public declaration. It then goes on in 24 and 25, we see, let's consider one another so as to incite love and fine works, not forsaking our meeting together, as some have the custom, but encouraging one another. All the more so, it says, as you see the day drawing near. Who thinks that the end can't happen this year? I know I do. If it were to go on another 5 years, I'd be shocked. I'd be surprised. So if the end is that near, what am I doing to make sure the whole congregation is here with us? What are we doing there? If we go back to the illustration of the path, on a lot of these mountain trails, there are these buildings called hostels. Now, what they provide is a concrete floor, a hard picnic bench, and a plywood bed that you can throw your sleeping bag onto. But it also provides hot soup and a roof over your head from bad weather. So, our meetings have been precisely set like those trails. Every 3 or 4 days, we get to go into a nice, warm place, have a nice, warm meal. It's not perfect. It's a plywood bed. I'd rather it be on a mattress, right? But it's a place of refuge. Jehovah provides this so we can have an interchange with one another. We can rub shoulders with one another and help bring each other along. There's so much going on. Maybe we can talk about the dangers ahead or the dangers behind. But whatever it is, we share that encouragement with one another of how we survived. And that's what these meetings are. They're hostels. They're places for relaxation, for or relaxing. But it doesn't end there with Jehovah's provisions.
A place of refuge. To get out of the bad weather, the bad world. To get food is tainted by the watchtower. Food that controls your brain without letting you do your thinking for you. And if you try to ask questions, they say you're on the wrong path of being an apostate. That is a good place to go to get to be in a refuge. Interesting.
Let's look at one final scripture here in Psalm 37. Psalm 37. We're going to look at verse 37. It says there, take note of the blameless one, and keep the upright one in sight, for the future of that man will be peaceful. So we see, you guys have a nice congregation here. I judge that just on how loud the singing was. That's joy of heart, right? That's a good thing. So you have a lot of nice, blameless, upright people in front of you if they have that much joy. If you think, too, you have a wonderful group. I was talking with Steve. 1/5 of your congregation is pioneering. That's excellent. That is really, really good. These are the people that the rest of us need to be keeping in sight. Keep the upright in sight, the verse says. Why? Verse 40 says, Jehovah will help and rescue them. He will rescue them from the wicked and save them, because they take refuge in him. The good examples you have in this congregation, Jehovah is saving. All of us should be in like manner and following these people that Jehovah has set up. So, why should we take refuge in Jehovah? Well, his name is a strong tower and it offers real protection. Jehovah provides a path for all of us to follow so we can stick to it. He wants us to trust in him. He's opened the door for us. He's inviting, he's saying, come along. And he's provided many examples here in your congregation to imitate. So that is why we should take refuge in Jehovah.
I'm going to say something. Doesn't the Bible says, or their Bible says, Jehovah gave all authority to Jesus? So why nowhere in this talk mention anything about Jesus? He is our true mediator. Mention in Revelation that when he gives a person life, he would tell his Father and his angels, life and death is in Jesus' hands. So why is Jehovah's Witnesses giving glory, total glory to Jehovah, their God, when everything was given to Christ? So that means when you're giving too much glory to the Father and nothing to the Christ or the Son, then why should you be given life when you don't recognize who's the one that's going to give the life? Who's the one going to be doing the judging? Not the Father, the Son. People, you need to wake up and realize you're in a dangerous cult. It's going to be destroyed. And they are being controlled by those 7 men. Please, get out. Thank you.